it's Nikki of Nikki's Homemade Crafts, and today I'm going to teach you the Tunisian brick stitch. And yes, you're going to need a Tunisian crochet hook for this project, but the stitch itself is actually fairly easy. If you know how to do the Tunisian simple stitch as well as the Tunisian double crochet stitch and understand the loops, then you are good to go. I will teach you step by step on how to crochet this stitch, so that way you're ready for one of these two projects. You're going to be able to crochet either this adorable gingerbread house purse. Yes, you heard that right. It's a purse. The roof opens up. I lined it with plastic canvas as well as some fabric. Most of it is either glued or sewed, so don't worry, you'll be able to crochet it. I have pictures for this step by step so you know how to put this together yourself. And once you're done with this, you're going to put this all the way around, and you can add anything you wish to your gingerbread house purse. And you can see that the actual walls of the gingerbread house are made using the brick stitch, the Tunisian brick stitch. The part on the bottom right here is just single crochet stitches, and then we have more single crochet stitch and regular single crochet stitches for the windows, the door. There are some triple crochet stitches here at the door as well, and then we have, of course, here the crocodile stitch all the way on the top to distinguish the rooftop. So this is one of the two patterns, and oh my gosh, does that look amazing or what? You can, of course, design it however you like. Every gingerbread house looks different. So mine has a few things from Michael's on there. I'm curious how yours is going to look like, in case I'm going to publish this one available for free tomorrow. We don't know. The other one is more of a handy pattern, or should I say functional pattern, because this one is a placemat. So this one is obviously very quickly made. You will not need a very long cord for this. So it is just using the brick stitch from top to bottom. So nothing special here, although I do think it's a fantastic piece for the Christmas time, especially with the red and the white. Oh my gosh, does that look amazing. So we have a placemat and we have the gingerbread house, both of them made as the main part using the Tunisian brick stitch. Remember, the ebook is on sale until December 24th, 2024, and the Christmas mystery crochet along includes 12 stitches, 12 patterns, but the ebook includes 12 additional patterns, everything ad-free and printer friendly in the ebook. The free version with 12 and 12, meaning 12 stitches and 12 patterns, is free to view, but it has ads. So if you prefer the ad-free version, get the ebook. All the links are down below, so check out the description for all the information. So let's get into the pattern because it is super easy. So let's make the swatch together, so for you to learn how to do the stitch so you're ready for one of these patterns tomorrow, or both if you got the ebook. I'm going to use white and yellow for this little swatch. You're going to chain a multiple of 4 plus 1. I'm using here just worsted yarn for my swatch and a 6.5 millimeter Tunisian hook, but you can use a smaller hook as well. It's just for a little swatch to learn. Now we're going to start from the second chain from the hook, and we're going to pull up a loop in each chain. So just simply go into each chain and pull up a loop. I like to go in the back bump because I think it's prettier that way, but you can totally also go into the front loop or back loop, whichever one you prefer. Once you're done, it's going to look like this, and you should have the same amount of loops on your hook than you had chains made. So in my case, that is 13 loops because I made a chain of 13. Now I'm going to work it off. This was the forward pass. Now we're going to do the return pass. During the last yarn over pull through, we're going to change colors. I'll show you. So the return pass is made this way. Yarn over and pull through 1, and then the rest of them are yarn over pull through 2. So yarn over pull through 2, 2, and so forth. And during the last yarn over, we're going to change colors. So I'll show you. So when you have 2 loops left, you're going to pick up your new color. For me, this is going to be yellow. Pull that through. Pull my white a little bit so everything stays in place, and then I drop it, and now I'm going to go into yellow. And now you're going to go into every single stitch one more time, and you're going to pull up a loop. So you're going to repeat this row. So go into each vertical bar now. These vertical bars are considered one stitch. So go into one, pick up a loop, go into the next, pick up a loop, and so forth until the end. I'm going to show the very last stitch, which is an edge stitch and looks a little bit different. So I'm just going to go through every single stitch and pick up a loop. And then in the back here, you're going to go through 2 loops because it's going to make a cleaner edge. And then you're going to have it like this. And now you're just going to do the return pass as you normally did. So yarn over, pull through 1, and then yarn over, pull through 2 for the rest of the row for the return pass. And during the last yarn over, pull through, you're going to change colors. So when you have 2 loops left on your hook, you're going to drop your yellow and you're going to pick up your white again and yarn over, pull through. Adjust your yellow a little bit so it doesn't bother you. And now let's work with just white. All right, we're now going to first do some Tunisian simple stitches. So you're going to go insert your hook into each vertical bar again, and you're going to make 3 Tunisian simple stitches. So this is an edge stitch, it doesn't count right now. So this will be 1, then 2, and 3. Now we're going to do front post Tunisian double crochet stitches. So what you're going to do is you're going to look down here. We're going to go to white, right? This is yellow, white, and you're going to look at the stitch below it. You're going to do first a yarn over because it's double crochet stitches. Now you're going to look down here. You see that vertical bar? You could go just through the vertical bar if that's what you want, but it's supposed to go around both poles. So you can see there is a front and the back one. In order to make it a front post one, you need to go around both of them and pull this forward, and then yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through 2. That is now your double crochet stitch, but as a front post. Okay, don't worry, we're going to do it again. So we're now going to repeat what we just did. So the next 3 stitches are going to be Tunisian simple stitches. So there's 3 of them right there. Then the next following one is again the front post Tunisian double crochet stitch. So you can see right here, there's a vertical bar right here in the front, and there is another one behind it. So you're going to go around both. So don't forget your yarn over. Now you're going to look for those 2 bars like this. Then yarn over, pull through. You have 2 loops on your hook that count for the double crochet. Ignore the rest of them. Then yarn over, pull through 2, and there is your front post double crochet stitch. It's technically unfinished, but you're finishing it as you're doing the return pass. Now we're going to do again Tunisian simple stitches. So 1 in the next 3 stitches, and then we have the edge stitch. The very last stitch, again, go through 2 loops because it's going to look much cleaner on both sides. So yarn over and pull through. Now we're just going to do the return pass as we normally do. So yarn over, pull through 1, and then yarn over, pull through 2 for the rest of the row. Don't forget to change colors at the end of the row. So here I have 2 loops left. That means I'm going to drop my white and pick up my yellow. And now I'm going to repeat row 2. So I'm just going to make Tunisian simple stitches for the next row, all done in yellow. The forward pass is just Tunisian simple stitches, and then return pass as you just did. Change colors at the last yarn over, pull through during the return pass. So now let's go into the next row, and here with white you're going to do 1 Tunisian simple stitch, and then you're going to do the front post double crochet again. So go around the white one right here. Don't forget your yarn over first, and you're going to go around both of those poles, the front and the back, and yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through 2, so that you end up with 1 loop for the double crochet stitch. Now let's do 3 Tunisian simple stitches, 1, 2, and 3. Then again the front post Tunisian double crochet stitch, so around the white ones, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, and then repeat. So 3 Tunisian simple stitches, and then a front post Tunisian double crochet stitch around the white one, so that means 2 rows down, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over, pull through 2 until you have 1 stitch left, and there's 1 more Tunisian simple stitch over here, and then 1 edge stitch like so. So it's going to look like this, and you start seeing the brick stitch appear. Now yarn over, pull through 1, and then yarn over, pull through 2 for the rest of the row. Don't forget to change colors by the end, which means when you have 2 loops left. And it's going to look like this now. What you're going to do now is you're going to repeat those 4 rows. So that means you're now going to make 1 yellow and Tunisian simple stitches. Then you're going to do row 3, then again row 2, and then again row 5. So you're going to repeat this over and over and over again until it looks like this. Here is a white and red version, you know, for actual bricks, so that you can see how this looks like. So this is here my little swatch. I would love for you to make your swatch so that way that you are ready for tomorrow's pattern, which is either going to be this one right here, which is a placemat, and I highly recommend you block it. I blocked mine, but I curled it up a little bit here on the bottom because I wanted to show you how it looks like when you don't block it. So make sure you block your work so that way it looks clean and it lays flat. For me, using acrylic yarn is easily done by steam blocking, so just go ahead and pin it down and steam block it and let it cool. So this would be for the placemat or the gingerbread house purse. One of these patterns I will be publishing for free tomorrow. Which one are you hoping for? This one isn't a cute one. This is one of my favorite patterns out of this collection. And yes, I added a bunch of these cute little stickers that you can find at Michael's. I'm sure there's plenty of other ones at other stores too. And of course you can also crochet them if you wanted to, right? And add your own little Christmas decorations to your gingerbread house purse. And if you don't want to turn it into the purse, that's okay as well. I do want to point out that these ones right here are handles that I got at Michael's too. They're actually not handles. They're considered garland ties, and they have them kind of on the, you know, the edge of one of the aisles. So I found them right there. They had a gold version and this peppermint version. So I prefer the peppermint version for this. So anyways, you're either going to get access to the placemat or this gingerbread house purse. Leave a comment down below and let us know which one you would like to see tomorrow. It'll be a surprise. It's one or the other. But remember, either way, you can get the ebook with those 12 additional patterns as well. So that way you have 12 stitches, 12 patterns, plus 12 extra patterns, so 24 in total for the ebook. And you have a special coupon code to get the entire ebook on sale until December 24th, 2024. So take advantage if you love any of these patterns and stitches. So you have the entire collection ad-free and printer friendly, and you won't have to wait for every pattern to be revealed during the Advent Calendar reveal every single day. I hope you enjoyed this video and this stitch as well as the event, so give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, share this video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on the bell to get a notification next time I publish a video or go live. I hope to see you for the next stitch tutorial for the Christmas Advent Calendar Mystery Crochet Along of 2024. I'll see you then. Bye!